welcome back, guys, to Winning Easy. Up to race 6 here, Sire's Produce Stakes over 1400 metres. Cracking race again. I think there's a host of chances here. For me, going number 1, Tel Perion, $3.80 at the moment. Golden Slipper run, absolutely gigantic run, back near last, weaving through the field. James Doyle rode that day. Smashed the line, absolutely savaged the line. I've made this horse my best bet a couple of times. Finally, they put the blinkers on and it all clicked for this horse. Only problem, just too far back, plain and simply too far back. Another probably 50 metres, I think it wins the race. Massive run. I think this will just win this horse as well. $3.80, I think is a good price. Number 1, Tel Perion to win. To beat number 4, Attention here at $26. D. Oliver to ride for the Snowden team. She can't believe it's $26. This win last start was really good. Strong on pace win last start. Take a lot of beating again. Number 11, Ome Sword, massive run as well. Got back to last. Charged home behind Calliope last start. Really good run. Only 2 starts, lightly raced. Looks like it has a really good future. Beautifully bred, expensive 2-year-old. And number 8, Yankee Rose in for 4th. Ran 2nd in the Slipper. Really good run. I can't see how it should be favourite though. I know that it was a good run in the Slipper, but had every single possible. It's got the best run in the race and still a good run, but I think it's short enough. But for me, number 1, Tel Perion to beat 4, 11, 8.
Nice, great race, and like I said, you got the 2 favourites coming through the Slipper. I'm tipping one who I've always had a big opinion of, and I have mentioned a couple of times and tipped it, and that's number 10, Faraway Town, Maddie Smith. Jay Ford, it's $34 at the moment now. I don't think it should be that price. It's race first up run the other week off the Magic Moons and the Magic Unite, ran a nice 5th, came from last. We have obviously Omi Sword in that, and that was a great run as well. But he had no intention of obviously trying to win again in the Slipper. The way they rode that day was a very negative ride. It's always looking like it's more than 14 to 1600. Backed in the Magic Moons and ran a sensational race at 50s. And I think this is a race they're targeted for. Yeah. Crying out for the 1400. Start before the Magic Moons. It ran 3rd behind Suchez and beat Monster Kiss at home.
Yeah.
3rd behind those 2. Sorry, got beat 1.3 lengths. Won the start before that on the heavy, so the softer Relish.
Yeah.
And it's first start in a race. Let's have a look here. 1100 metres, which doesn't suit. Yankee Rose won the race. It ran 2nd. It beat Tel Perion for 3rd.
Yeah.
So they've all met before, and there was half a length between it.
Yeah.
You got the other 2 at $3.80. They joint favourites, and you got this one at 34s.
Yeah.
Crying out for the 1400. I've always had an opinion on it, so this is the day for it to deliver, and I think it'll run one hell of a race at $34. Yeah. And Jay Ford, big race jockey, barrier 5. Just I'm really excited about this each way. I just think it's sensational odds. To beat number 4, which is Attention. I agree. I can't believe the odds of this, and it's drifting. It just keeps. There's no money for it. Barrier 1. Why won't it lead and be in front of the 100? I don't understand why. Number 8, Yankee Rose for 3rd. Golden Slipper form usually stands up for the size. His run was great and great training effort from David Van Dyke. I'm just a bit worried, like I said, how wound up it was for the Slipper.
Agree, yeah.
It looked like it wanted the 1400, but saying that, I have to admit, I think the last 100 it might struggle a bit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then number 1 for 4th, Tel Perion.
Yeah.
Like I said, the same 3. I think there's nothing between those 2 on that run.
Yeah, got 3 out of the same 4 here.
And I've got a massive opinion of this Faraway Town as a horse, always looking for 1400. And I think it just deserves its run. Yeah. And I'm more than happy to back it each way. And really confident it'll go very close to winning. So number 10 there for me.
Move on to race 7 here. BMW Derby over 2400 metres. I can't go past here at the odds. Number 2, Canberra, tipped it last start. Ran a sensational race coming from back in the field. It was back and wide. Ran up to them to win and sort of just blew out the last sort of 100 metres. Super race, was 3 deep the trip. Had no luck. I think this has been the goal all along. $11, sensational odds. Huey Bowman to ride. I'm really confident it can turn the tables on the favourite here, which is number 1, Tarzino. I've got it in for second. It's odds on though. Would not want to take odds on in any Group 1 race, I think it's crazy odds. Was good dominant win last start. Sat box seat, had every possible. It was just basically just sat there and only had to sprint home the last 200 metres. I really think Vanbrugh can turn the tables, but Tarzino definitely deserved favourite. Number 4, Tally, in for third. Won 4 in a row now, 3 or 4 in a row. Absolutely flying here from the Godolphin stable. Deserves its chance here, up in grade, but has done nothing wrong. Really exciting young stayer. And number 3, Etymology, in for fourth. This is another horse that will have no problem at all. So a few might be a query at the trip, but this horse will eat it up. Whether he's got enough dash to win, I'm not sure, but he'll be plodding away. He'll be grinding home as well. He's a lovely big grinding horse, but for me, number 2, Vanbrugh, $11. That just represents great each way value. I think he'll be moral top 3. There you go. 2, 1, 4, 3. The top 4 are the only 4 possible chances in my opinion.
Yeah, great race, great derby. Tarzino, third prize favourite. He's short now. He's trying to become only the 3rd horse to win the Victoria Derby, AJC or ATC Derby now in the history. Mahogany was the last one to do that. Mahogany, good horse. Can he do it? I don't know. My theory on Victoria Derby winners is they don't really go on, but he's come back better. There's no doubt about that. And he's just an out-and-out stayer, and I love horses when they've had the perfect prep.
Yeah.
Mick Price said there was 4 races this prep. Everything went right. You said he expected to win the Rose of Guinea in the Derby.
Yeah.
But saying that, I think number 3, Etymology, can beat him. He ran second in the Victoria Derby in the prep behind him. And to me, the whole prep, he's an out stayer as well. He's had one race on his mind, and that's the Derby 2400 to peak.
Yeah.
He's like, I backed him last time in the Roseville Guineas, much better run. He knocked up, but it was just an out and out perfect trial.
Yeah.
He'll run the 2400 metres, and it's a soft track. He'll run it stronger than anything in this race.
In the Victoria Derby, he was really closing hard behind Tarzino that day as well. And you think maybe another sort of 100, 200 metres he might have got him. And with it being a soft track, it'll probably feel like that as well. So
he'll want every 24 hours longer.
Yeah.
Just go on the 24 mono. He'll just keep going, but. Come the 400 when they come to the straight, half of this field will be gone, and he'll be clear running on that day, and not like the Roseville Guineas where they're still going strong. He'll find the lead, I believe, and he'll take the running down. And Greggy, our number 1 fan, he asked the other week for some long range tips. I done the show myself that week when Dan was sick, and he was one of my 2 tips, Etymology, to get on in the futures market. So Greggy, I hope you got on, because I think if you go on that tick, he's still $17.
Yeah,
I think that's
great odds.
So Etymology to beat Tarzino, whatever beats him, I think wins. To be honest, 13 Jamaica. Kieran Maher's going really good. He just can't praise his filly enough. He said she's peaked and she's absolutely working the house down. Barrier 12, I think will go forward. Will have to, I think, in my opinion. And number 4, Tally. We mentioned after his first run, he in a benchmark 70 kite and over 1400. This is a horse to follow. It was an amazing win for the stayer, and he just keeps taking all before him. And no issues with the 2400 there. I'm leaving Vanbrugh out. Great run last start as well, but I just think, I just 21 my issue. We're not saying he won't run it, but I think it might be some others who can run it stronger. He might be a better 2,000 metre horse, but time will tell.
Obviously we are Spring Champion Stakes winner and very strong that day, so I think he gives every indication he will. Myself, I'm risking Jamaica in the race. Missed a run last start. I think that might hurt her a bit. And like I say, the girl against the boys as well. I think
it's a big effort to try and do it.
No knock on her at all. I think she's a really good horse. I just don't want to be on her this week, but she could prove me wrong. But
last week I don't know why they sort of do it, but he had no intention of ever running last week. He stated that, so I don't understand why you would accept cost of money to scratch when he clearly stated he had no intention of running it. So
Racing New South Wales would be thanks for the donation, and I'll see you next week.
Interesting.
Move on to here, race 8. TJ Smith Stakes, 1200 metres, brings together some of the best sprinters in Australia. Really, really good race here. Looking forward to this. I'm going for a roughie here, staying away from the favourites. I've put him in my exotics, but I'm going for a roughie here. Number 9, Shiraz. I think it's great odds. Brett Preble to ride, superstar jockey, currently $21 here. I think that's superb odds. Third up now, be peaking. Not sure, probably prefer to see it in a handicap race, handicap conditions in the set weights. Not sure how it will go, but I think it deserves its crack here. Tony McAvoy, great trainer. Like I say, $21 is just supreme odds. I think that's each way all day. You watch for this horse, it should show a bit of speed. Should be up in the first 6 somewhere. And yeah, I'm really confident this run a great race at $21. Number 14 in for second here, Exosphere. It's your favourite in the race, currently $2.60. World of talent. Yeah, really good horse. Back Sydney way, I think, is the big plus here. We all know this big boy, the big boy here. He's got a stack of ability. He's got a big motor, and he'll be back and smashing the line. Number 1 Chautauqua in for third. Arguably the best sprinter in Australia. He just got beaten by the weight last start in the Newmarket. He was a superb run as well. He gave the winner, I think, 6 or 7 kilos on the day. So, yeah, he's all class. Won this race last year. And number 2, Flamberge in for fourth. Done nothing wrong, this horse. Won its last 2. I was on it last start in the William Reid Stakes. Really good win. Admittedly, didn't go around. A horse saved all the ground on the fence, and yeah, just got there to win. But genuine weight for age horses. This horse as well. He's yeah, really good. Strung together 2 in a row now, and he shouldn't be the odds. He always goes around big odds.
He's a 3-time Group 1 winner.
Yeah.
And off the top of my head, I think Chautauqua's only won 2. I think so. He's
Yeah.
won more Group 1s than any other horse in the field. So yeah,
crazy odds as well, Flamberge. But for me, number 9 Shiraz, taking a chance here with Brett Preble on board that he'll run a really good race, $21, beat 14, 1 and 2.
Yeah, well, yeah, Flamberge, that's been his whole career. You know,
Yeah.
3-time Group 1 winner now, and
All at big
just
odds.
never really gets the recognition he deserves. And,
Yeah.
and 21 again this weekend. But winning easy combo here, Shiraz for me.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's a great odds. I think everything just tells me this horse is going to run one hell of a race.
Yes, I agree.
A
Completely.
career high. His winning record was 10 from 19.
Yeah.
Loves the sting out.
Yep.
Barrier 9, I think, is perfect for him.
Yeah. Gives him options, doesn't
gives him
it?
options.
Yeah.
I think if they can ride just a bit off the speed,
Yep.
I think this horse, you'll see a really devastating turn of foot. I don't know if I've seen a jockey for a while be that excited about a run as Brett Preble was last start after the Galaxy. If you listen to Brett Preble after the race, he just said, make sure I'll never get off this horse.
Yeah.
Wherever he goes next start, he's saying, he's just come back great, and I just think I can just sit off the pace with the sting out the ground. He'll let down the top of the
He's got
rise.
a great third up record as well. Really good
just-
third up record.
I just think he's crazy odds.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, wait for age, you meet some of these probably not that great,
Yeah.
but he'll peak like most of these being set
Yeah.
for this race. I would no doubt he's a Group 1 horse,
Yeah.
and I think he can show it on the weekend at
Yeah.
$21. To beat Exosphere,
Yeah. Sam Quinella.
yeah, just figure his first run. Back Sydney way, I'll just rely on him to show his devastating turn of foot.
Yeah.
And obviously Godolphin will be really wanting this race for Stallion prospect in the making. So he'll be absolutely tuned up to the max. Trial good since the Lightning, and I should say, and he'll be hard to beat. Number 7, another roughie I'm going to put in, Dothraki. He went third in the Galaxy. I said I think he was a really good run with Shiraz. Barrier 5, likes the soft as well. I just think, once again, Peter Paul Snowden, I just think he'll run a really good race. And I push Chautauqua in for 4th. can't leave out your first four. Won this race devastating last year. Amazing win it was.
From an impossible
position. There's probably no horse in the race that could have won last year, and like I said, the weight of the Newmarket definitely bogged him down.
Yeah.
But I just think the Shiraz, we'll see some new blood on the weekend, and he'll run a great race, and I'm really confident he'll go very close.
I think this is definitely a much better TJ than last year as well.
That's true.
Without being mean, he only beat Lord of the Sky that day as well, who has massive ability on his day, but he's not exactly a sort of Group 1 level horse.
I think it's a better race, but what's making me more confident Shiraz is that I think there's a lot of horse in this race that I'll give him no chance to.
Yes.
Straight away.
Yeah.
Mate, and he just keeps getting ticks, and I just think that $21, I think is crazy odds. So I don't know if he'll even start there. I reckon there might be some money for him, so I might even take the 21s now because I just think he's a really winning easy. I don't know if we've missed a place.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think we have.
So once with the quarterback, But
what was that race in the quarterback?
The one before the Newmarket.
The Oakley play when he had 6. And then next start he won, so I said you should have followed up there.
Yes.
So that's it. So one we've missed a place. So just get on Shiraz each way.
Yeah, no, it's a really, really exciting race there. And like I say, we have a lethal strike rate once we team up with our top selection. So moving on to the other Group 1 on the day, the last Group 1 on the day, it's a Doncaster mile here of 1600 metres. I'm going for number 12 here, he or she. Greggy, I know you messaged us and said that Hazy thinks she's an each way special. Well, so do I, mate. I really, really think this horse is going to run a hell of a race. I'm probably this horse's number 1 fan. I really, really great to see him get a win last start. Jeez, he deserved it. And like I say, I was really excited. I said Craig Williams was a perfect job last start. He did exactly what I thought he would. Just let him get back, wound him through his gears. It was like watching a car go up the straight. First, second, third, fourth, and hit top gear. And it was too good late. I think he beat the United States that day as well. And we've seen what the United States has done since. So. $19. They opened $31 some places here. That was stupid odds. It's been gobbled up. I think it's into around $17 now. Best of luck to young Patrick Maloney here. Gets to ride down 50 kilos. Hopefully he can get the cash. He's a really good young Melbourne apprentice. So best of luck to Patrick, and hopefully he can get the cash for us here. Number 12, he or she. Number 3 in for second, the Superstar Wing. She's odds on. That's what we say on Winning Easy. We say odds on, move on. Not disputing at all, she should be favourite. She's a superstar. I think she's looking for 9 in a row now. She really, what can you say? You don't have to say anything on her, obviously.
It's great that she's lined up in the race and put another dimension to the race. She's trying to raise the bar here in a handicap.
Yeah. Well, we were saying before, if she wasn't racing, it'd be a boring race.
I don't think it would be one of the greatest Doncaster have seen if she wasn't in it. So
number 11, Ascadelia, in for third. This horse will get once again another one on the limit here with 50 kilos, bossy to ride. This horse will be back probably in the back 4 of the field, but will be smashing the line. Can really let down with a good turn of foot here. And number 10, Happy Clapper, in for 4th. I don't think they've had any other race in mind so far apart from this race. Out to 1600 metres, tick, 50 kilos, tick, BF Dollar to stay on, tick. Wouldn't have been easy for Brenton to get down to 50 kilos. He probably would have had to cut off a leg to get there, but I know he's got a good affiliation with this horse. So really, really good ability. Can let down with the nice sectional as well. So, but for me, each way special here. Number 12, he or she at really good odds to beat 3, 11 and 10.
Nice, Doncaster. It's one of the great races on the calendar, and it is still a great field. But if you take her out, probably didn't shape up as good as everyone thought at the start of the autumn. But plenty good horses. I think to be honest, there's some horses in it that just can't win though.
Yes.
So I'm going number 11, Ascadelia. Group 1 bossy. You saw his ride last week on Hollywood Bound, who were on. And if you did follow me, that was just a disgrace. Yeah, mate, but that's bossy for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a Group 1 jockey.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't want to be on him in a midweek, not a $2 thing, which they should win by 5, because he'll get it beat.
Yes.
But in a Group 1, he grows another leg as well, somehow. And he makes a horse grows another leg.
Yeah.
Barrier 12, drawn perfectly, loves to sting out, being primed for this, 50 kilos, love a horse that's had a perfect prep for the race. Kieran Miles on fire. It's running the mile on Derby Day last year when it stormed her sensational.
Yeah.
The mile will relish it with 50 on its back.
Yeah.
I like it because where it's drawn in, outside wings.
Yeah.
So really bossy off his calibre jockey as well. He's got Hill inside him, he's got the favourite inside who will at least take you up somewhere.
Yes.
So it's going to get a perfect run in the race,
Yeah.
and I think 6.5 kilos. Yes, I think it can beat Winks at the weights.
Yeah.
Winks for second. Sorry. I haven't put him for second. Sorry. So I end up going number 10, Happy Club for second.
Yeah.
Really always like this horse. We're on him in the Villiers. A great win that day. Like you said, he's had one race. Obviously, winning the Villiers, you're exempt from ballot for the Doncaster. You don't need to win another race in the field.
Yeah.
And we're on him last start each way at massive odds, and he ran just a typical Doncaster trial.
Yeah.
You know, weight for age against me, but he meets Winks here 8 kilos better.
Yeah. And we don't like to say it because it sounds really bad, but I don't think there was ever an intention of winning the race.
There was no chance.
And
I just thought at the $8 a place. I said, I thought that he was a great bet each way, $8.
And like you say, it was just one to go, all right, let's just get through this and let's run a nice race, sort of a nice, third, fourth, fifth. And the horse did that, and he'll be tuned right up for this. He's an exciting horse.
And what you said, his winning record's great. What you said about Brenton, I saw a little snippet of him working out to get down the weight, and he's really killing himself to get down 50 and a half. Yeah, he's really working hard. But and Greg as well. Gone on she, but this was my second horse that we tipped in the futures the other week. I gave you Etymology and Happy Clapper, who were both massive odds there. And said you want to go on early, because obviously we already knew he was in the field. And I like that when you look at futures, and I thought he had done nothing wrong at the time to get. So, Happy Clapper runs second. Number 8 for third. Good Project. Now, it might say I'm putting ahead of Stablemate Winks, but its race has been set for as well. Obviously, Chris has got Curtin, Matt and Winks in as well, but it runs Railway in Perth. It will go forward, it will lead. And like we said with Libra and that with the Waller, you see horses really improve out of sight when they've been targeted grand final. It's won a trial since. There'll be no muck around. It'll go to the front and it'll run some cheap. And Winks for fourth. Great mare. I love it. She's doing, once again, great things for racing. There's going to be all Winks face masks and other, and it's good to see in the race and making people interested. We love that. 56 and a half. I think she's well weighted. I think it's perfect weight. I don't think she's got overweight. I don't think she's got underweight. But this is the first big test where she's taken on a handicap condition. Like I said, you look at her form. She won at Epsom handicap. Obviously, and people say she already won a handicap, but she had 57, the limit was 56. It wasn't a handicap, it was a disgrace, and we made the point how they need to change it. And they've actually lowered the minimum weight this year for the Doncaster and the Sydney Cup. So when More Joyous won it, the minimum was 52, and she had 57, so she only had 5 kilos above it. Here, she's got 6.5 kilos above it, so she's got an extra kilo and a half. She might go to be on a better horse than More Joyous, I'm not sure.
Well,
but
the way I've worded it is the weight's given her a chance to win, but it's also given the others a chance to win, So it's still, like you say, I think they nailed it. I think it's perfect. Well done. The handicapper there, I think, I
just don't think that she can beat Ascadelia at the weight. I don't think she's a 6.5 kilo better horse than Ascadelia. I really don't. That's my opinion. At weight for age, it might be a different story. And if she gets beat, she gets beat. Like Sunline won Doncaster for 58, but she also got beat. One with 57 by a horse 3-year-old over who was on 49 and 50. Weight does stop the best.
That's right.
And she's no Sunline yet. And Ascadelia for me, I just think there's money for her. $9 at the moment. I think
Yeah.
each way should definitely run top three.
Yeah,
So
open $13. So yeah, good. Coming 4 points already.
Yeah,
So
that's it. So yeah, great race. Can't wait for it.
yeah, I'll move on to the last race here. Race 10's Adrian Knox Stakes over 2,000 metres. Good little race here for me. Number 10, Buller Baby, going her $7.50 at the moment. Ronnie Quinton stable. Ronnie stable's absolutely firing at the moment. Excuse me. This horse really, really good run last start. Was wide all the way. Had the audacity to charge home. Last 50 metres just peaked and one kick back on the inside to get the cash. If there is a bit of a reservation, it's this horse can be a bit of a non-winner. It looms up to win. Looks like it has a lap full once it's placed under pressure. Sees it coming in and gets shy. But it can really, really let down. Really rattle off a good sectional here. And I think if it can just be saved up and get some luck in the run, I think it'll steamroll them, and I think it'll win here. Number 10, Buller Baby. To beat number 1, Sacred Eye. This horse, in my opinion, no doubt has the most ability in the race. But it's been just plain. It's
well,
two runs back.
the wraps that Hayes had on him
Yeah.
in the spring, you would think, the way he's talking about it was the greatest horse in Australia.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I think David gets a bit carried away.
Yeah. Well, out, like we say, it's out to the 2,000 meters, and it's where it's only second ever race as well. So over the 2,000 meters, but it's 1 for 1 over the trip, and like I say, the distance will definitely help. It just seems it's got no dashes. People just seems very dour and very one pace. So the dash that was there at last prep is seemingly gone, but. Be no excuses Saturday. This is definitely a winnable race. Got a fair share of weight to lump here, but probably deserves it because this isn't the strongest race it'll ever tackle. Same to be said with number 2 here, Alaskan Rose, another one dropping back. I know you've got a bit of opinion on her, and she finally ran a really good race last start, bounced back to form. Look for her being charging home as well. And number 5, Daisy's Joy here, beautifully bred horse as well. Ran some cracking races, and then last start didn't go on the wet track, which is why if it was a dry track, I would have had this horse on top for sure. Because like I say, I don't think it appreciated the wet track at all last start. So if it was a wet track, it'd be on top. But don't discount this horse if it does happen to dry up and be getting the good range. You watch for this horse being charging home. It's beautifully bred horse, like we say. So. But for me, number 10, Buller Baby, to be storming home all over the top of them. To beat 10, 1, 2, and 5.
Nice. Typical Adrian Knox race. Every year, on paper, it was a very average race. And you see some horses that really jump out the ground. Obviously, we had the Group 1 binary last week for the sort of Group 1 fillies. This is the backdoor path to the Oaks next week.
Yep.
Horses trying to get in their last chance. I'm going number 6, A Little Loose. Mick Kent. Amazing trainer, but especially with stayers. We're on this in the Ethereum in the spring, and I mentioned on the show, I completely remember my words, just came too early, too quick, that prep. This win in the maiden before that was sensational. But we mentioned the spring, this is a horse to follow next prep, and return with a nice run, straight for the mile first up, because it's just crying for distance, and he's brought it straight up to Sydney, 2,000 metres. In my opinion, I think it's the most progressive horse in the race, and I know it'll run the 2,000 strong, and I just think, really, I think it's probably better than these, to be honest. Late jockey alteration, Kathy O'Hara's on, so I'm hoping Kathy can ride like she did single gaze last week. I think personally, I personally think over 2,000 metres, this horse can beat single gaze, so I really do. I think this is he's just gone the backdoor pass just to give it nice confidence. I don't even know if he'll back it up in the Oaks. He might be looking to go to South Australia for the Australasian Oaks in a couple of weeks.
He's done that before.
So I'd say I don't know if he will be backing up next week. I reckon Adelaide's probably more on the agenda, but obviously if it wins on Saturday, which I think it will, then there's plenty of options. So I think that, and it's always a horse race that horses jump out of the ground. I remember coming back a few years. The Guy Wilder used to win this race every single year. Republic Glass, Wild Iris, they jump out of the ground. I remember backing one of Guy Wilder's. It was a maiden, a 200-1 in this race years ago, and he would have been around 4th, got beat length and a half. 200-1. I couldn't believe the odds of it because its maidens runs are great. That's the type of race it is. So if you do like a roughie, don't get turned off by it in this race because every year it's that type of race. to beat Sacred Ride's D-Day for it, but really, like I said, on its win in the spring in the Caulfield Classic against the boys, it really probably should nearly win this. But it's got a big weight, it's form superior. But I'm a bit concerned. The only thing I'm trying to read is that David didn't go to the Group 1 last week.
Yes, yeah.
And he's gone to this, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's a good sign or trying to get some confidence back, or it's not going as good as last prep. So there's two ways to sort of look at that. You know, because he had no doubts a Group 1 filly. He goes to a Group 3 this week for half the prize money. So interesting. Number 13, how do you pronounce that one? Zazzle Rest or something? Zasaurus? Zasaurus?
Oh, Zasaurus.
Zasaurus. Yes. Ah, jeez, so lucky. This race, this has actually got a little loose form back in the spring. Jason Ryan, it's just bred to stay all day. So I've got no doubt barrier 2, he'll run the distance out. And like I said, it fits one of those profiles, an up and coming horse. And number 2, Alaskan Rose, another class horse. And I think she's well weighted here with 54.5. You know what I mean? Compared to say Sacred Eye, they've got very similar form in some lead up races, and it's getting 4.5 kilos off it. But 6-1, 13-2, a little loose there to finish the day on winning note.
Best bet of the day, I've got 2 for me. Country Championship Final, race 4, number 3, Clearly Innocent, just wins. Also race 6, Size Produce Stakes, number 1, Tell Perry on $3.80. Get on, like I say, I think if he does everything right, this is a serious racehorse. Ruffy of the day, get on in the first, number 4, Host Win Legend, $41, crazy odds. I'll be shocked if it starts those odds. Moving away from Sydney, best of the day, we're going to have a look at Doomben this week. We've had a look at some Doomben form. Race 5, number 9, Hazard Bay from the Stewie Kendrick stable, Jimmy Orman to ride. Always had a stack of ability with this horse. Plain and simply is an absolute nutcase. It's been scratched at the races God knows how many times for dumping the jockey and getting away or playing up in the gate. Has a mountain of ability though. 2 runs back is prep for his second and a brilliant win last start as well. I think it's full of confidence. If it does everything right, it'll win that race. Ruffy of the day as well, staying at Doomben as well. Race 7, number 2, Iggy Pop, currently $31. Second up, was a bit plain first up, out to the 2,000 metres, second up, look for big improvement. If this horse gets back anywhere near its old form, it will just beat this lot. These are a bunch of plotters, it's an average race. No disrespect, I'd like to own any of them, but if Iggy Pop shows any of its old form, it'll just win from the Peter Roble stable. So $31, good odds there. Ruffy of the day, moving away from Sydney.
Well, Peter, you've got to start getting some winners, mate. You've got to start getting some winners, but hopefully you can salute there. My best, I just think my best Ruffy, I'm going to go far away Town the Size. I think $34 is crazy. I think it's the best value of the day, so it makes my best Ruffy. We've tipped a lot of good value, and like I said, I think it's a day to lay favourites. I've laid the first one, Astern, Libran. I've laid Winks at the odds. Like I said, Meditation Tackle and
Tarzan.
Tarzan. I think it's a day. Favourite backers won't have a good day. But my best bet is Ascadillia. I just think she ticks every form. I think at the weights, I can't believe how good weighted she is with 50, and I just think she's a Group 1 horse and will win the Doncaster and beat Winks. But I'm just really excited by the race. But Ascadillia to win, getting more confident by the day actually.
Plenty of confidence. Don't forget as well, Shiraz winning easy, doubled up. So. Like I say, I think that'd be a really, really good chance as well. So that's about it for another episode, guys. Thanks for your support. Like I say, keep your questions and your comments rolling in. We really appreciate it. If you want to say we're crap, if you want to say we're good, let us know. If anything you want to talk about, hit us up, and we'll be happy to accommodate. So
I think, and don't forget those promos, Sportsbet William, who'll have the first 4 races. So pick which one tips you like. If you got accounts of both, maybe go one each. Then we're pretty confident you'll get your money back at worst. So thanks for your support, and keep sending the questions in.
Cheers, guys. See you next week.